The 4th Annual Minnesota Private and Independent Education Awards is made possible in part by support from 3M, API Group Incorporated, Adolphson and Peterson Construction, Bate Design Group, Barron's Management Group, Boston Scientific, Boulay, Hoodmaker, Zeibel and Company, Capella Education Company, Donaldson Filtration Solutions, Roger Fazenden Realtors, Frauenschuh Healthcare Real Estate Solutions, Kemp's, KPMG, Lyman Doran, McCall, Crounce, and more. Mayors and Power Incorporated Investment Council, Mission Advancement, Marco, Minnesota's private colleges, Minneapolis Portfolio Management Group, the Pentair Foundation, Phil Paquette, Premier Banks, RBC Wealth Management, the Schott Foundation, St. Mary's University of Minnesota, TADS, the University of St. Thomas, and Xcel Energy.
how about a hand for this wonderful choir? On February 29th, we had private school day at the Capitol because we were working on some legislation like we do a lot. And the choir came and sang and did a great job. So another applause, please. Now to start the festivities and the celebration and the serious part off, the Cretin-Derham Hall Color Guard is going to present the colors, and then we'll have one of these students lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Color Guard. Jada Lewis is going to lead us in the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
You guys can go now. Please join me in a hand for the color guard from Cretin-Derham Hall. And in the hallway, while people arrive, the piano player from St. Paul Prep, Miss Kim. We're changing the program around just a little bit, so Joel Lance-Comer, you're up. Joel is the chairman of the Board of Trustees for the Minnesota Independent School Forum, and he's going to come up. Joel, where are you? Oh, come on up, Joel. Joel has a little presentation to make to one of our great benefactors, Rosa Miller from 3M. And Joel, I'll let you take over.
Well, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome. What a great event this is. We are so happy and so proud of the team at MISF and for the support and the partnership of everyone here in this room this afternoon. What a great time this is. MISF isn't just an organization, but it is a group of people who love kids and care about the kids that will be the future, not only of our communities, but of our nation and our world. And it may sound kind of trite to say that, but we really mean that. All of us here today know what schools mean and what great schools mean for great kids. And there's one person here tonight who especially has shown that love and that deep commitment and that partnership for kids. Tonight we'd like to recognize a dear friend of MISF, Rosa Miller, who's in attendance here this evening. She's been on the MISF board for 17 years. Yeah. And not only, of course, has she been on the board, but she's been very much involved with the decisions and the direction of MISF. Several years ago, there was a directional change in the organization's mission, and she was vital in making that happen. She has been a major financial supporter. She has been a major influence for others around the state for MISF. And now we are very blessed to be able to honor her this evening. She was a dear friend of Brother Michael Collins, and I know many of you knew Brother Michael, the president of De La Salle, who passed away a month ago. Brother and Rosa were deeply appreciative of each other, and in honor of their friendship, we would like to have De La Salle Dream Maker student Christopher Williams give you a small token of our esteem, Rosa. So, Chris. Great, you're welcome. Thank you, Rosa. You all right?
Well, we just kind of put that in there quickly. Rosa had to go to another meeting. I have two special announcements to tell this group. Just this week, Monday exactly, we secured our 100th school member. 2 years ago, we were 29 schools, and now we are 100 schools. We started including the K-8 schools. How about that? Woo! So our scope now is actually, because a school came in today, 101 schools, 24,000 students, which is 1/3 of all the private students in the state. We are thrilled to welcome tonight the great MC, Molly Rumsey Park. Molly Rumsey was born and raised in St. Paul Highland Park area. She has been married to St. Paul orthopedic surgeon Bill Parks for 37 years. There's a 3 on one page and a 7 on the next page. Imagine. I do the same thing with my age. Together, they raised 5 children who attended private schools. Molly has served for more than 25 years on nonprofit boards, including the Catholic Community Foundation, Life Tract Resources Ministries Foundation, Board of the Sisters of St. Joseph of Carondelet, Cretin-Derham Hall, DARTS, and most currently as a member of the MISF board, and we're thrilled to have Molly on the board. Molly has also served in a number of government service positions, most recently as mayor of Sunfish Lake, where she was elected to 4 two-year terms. Molly is a graduate of Derham Hall High School and St. Catherine's University, where she received a BA in speech and drama. She also attended Boston University, where she received her master's in education in speech pathology and audiology. Please help me give a warm welcome for your hostess tonight, Molly Rumsey Park.
Thank you, Jim. Thank you, folks. It's wonderful to be here. As I look out, I see all kinds of friends from many different chapters in my life. Some of you are neighbors. Some of you may have grown up with people that I've served with on other boards, so it's a thrill to be here. Also a thrill to be at the University of St. Thomas. It's very special in my own family. My 3 brothers graduated from St. Thomas. One of them, Tim Rumsey, was Mr. Tommy. I guess they call it the Tommy Award winner now. He was Mr. Tommy in 1970. He said when he was getting that award, they were going to change it to the Mr. Timmy Award, but they didn't do that. But anyway, we were thrilled to have him be a Tommy Award winner and for me to be here tonight with all of you. And it's just, again, great to be here. I'm transitioning now to the written word. We're pleased that you've joined us for the 4th Annual Minnesota Private and Independent Education Awards celebration. On behalf of MISF, our Minnesota Private and Independent Education Awards guests and honorees are here tonight. Thank you for making this event a success. Last year there were 250 people in attendance, and it's thrilling to see over 400 people here tonight, so I want to give you a big applause. Thank you. Thank you. Also, there are very many special guests here. As a former mayor, I wanted to get some of the mayors involved in the event because mayors know the value of education in a community, and mayors know the particular value of private education. Mayor Chris Coleman wasn't able to be here, but he did send a very lovely greeting that's in your program tonight. Mayor Mary Thune of Victoria sent a congratulatory letter to one of the award winners tonight from the town of Victoria. Mayor Shep Harris from Golden Valley sent his best regards too. And tonight we do have from Dakota County, Mayor Bill Drosty of Rosemont, who's going to be having a little photo op with the school in his district. So thank you to all the mayors who participated too. Also, we would like to say a very special thank you to Lee Anderson, who supported our event but wasn't able to be with us this evening. As you know, Lee and his wife were instrumental in the construction of this beautiful facility that we're in tonight. Oh, thank you, my dear. Thank you, Brenda. All right. You can be my roadie any day, okay? All right, thanks. Although we'd like to mention each individual personally, our time limits that. So I direct your attention to the screens, which are here, and pages 5, 26, and 27 of your awards program. Those of you who are serving on MISF's Board of Directors, the Awards Planning Committee, or Blue Ribbon Selection Committee, the STEM Advisory Committee, or if you are affiliated with one of the organizations supporting our STEM program, or are serving as a sponsor for this evening's event, please stand right now. We want to give you an applause, everybody. Thank you. Thank you. And now I have the greatest pleasure to introduce to you Father John Malone, who serves as the Vice President for Mission at University of St. Thomas. He's going to say a few words of greeting. Everybody wants to feel like John Malone is part of their family. He's a wonderful guy. We do feel in the Rumsey family, my family of origin, that he is part of our family. So Father John, please come up here and join us.
Thank you, thank you. I always wanted to be part of your family, but it's the other way around. Well, I am here, and I really enjoy being here because I can pretend for 2-3 minutes that I'm president of the University of St. Thomas. So for these 2 minutes I am, because Father Deese, if he could be here, really would be with you to welcome you, and why wouldn't he, to show off the new building, but he's doing the other side of that. He's out picking up the last 50 million. Can't believe he let Mark Dienhart be here a night off tonight. And they say the last 50 million is the toughest 50. I don't know. Some of you may know that much better than I do. But it is a real pleasure to welcome you to the University of St. Thomas. Our mission statement ends by saying that we educate students to be morally responsible leaders who think critically, act wisely, work skillfully to advance the common good. And I would thank every school represented here this evening. Every sponsor believes that that's what education is all about, and all of you bring a unique contribution to achieving that goal. The fact that you gather together as a group allows you to, I think, go further. You learn from one another. You use your numbers to advance your common purpose. And I think it's true for sure that it makes visible your many contributions, bringing them all together for our community to see the contribution that private education makes. And from Assumption Parish, where they allow me to occasionally go to the pulpit, you always have to have one story. So if any of you are worried about your future, that there's any doubt that education doesn't have a future for all of you, I'd like to end with a little story. And it's about little Marky. No offense. Little Marky, his first day, he went to school. And at the end of the day, he came home, and his mother was all excited, and she said, "Marky, what did you learn at school today?" And he looked and shook his head a little bit, and he said, "Not enough. I have to go back tomorrow." So I think there'll be a lot of tomorrows for all of you, and you make a great contribution. St. Thomas is proud to be a part of that for these few minutes this evening. So welcome and thank you.
All right. Thank you, Father John. Oops. Okay, we are excited to begin our celebration this evening. And you know what? We have 3 surprise celebrity guest appearances. In attendance tonight are, believe it or not, Joe Mauer and Frank Vascellaro and his wife, Amelia Santainello. Where are they? Co-anchors of WCCO's 5, 6, and 10 p.m. Maybe they're, wait a minute, maybe they're doing the news. Maybe Joe is playing out. Is he, where are the twins tonight? Maybe Joe's not here. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, someone told me. Okay, it's here. They aren't physically here tonight. Okay. All right. Thanks, Michelle, over there. All right, but we do have videos that we want to share with you that feature them. So without further delay, please enjoy their special messages about the value and impact of private and independent education that has had on their lives.
Hi, I'm Frank Vascellaro.
And I'm Amelia Santainello.
I was really lucky growing up. My parents sent me to a Catholic grade school in Denver, and then I later attended an all-boys Christian Brothers High School in Denver called Mullen. I'd tell you a lot more, but Amelia says we don't have time to talk about the 2 state football championship teams I was on.
No, we really don't have the time. My father was in the Air Force, so we moved around a lot. I graduated from a public high school in Moscow, Pennsylvania. Now, Frank and I feel very fortunate that we found some wonderful private schools to send our 3 children to. They all attended preschool at Mount Olivet Lutheran Church, and today we have 2 third graders and a 6th grader at a lovely Catholic school in Minneapolis.
And it was really an easy choice for us. We wanted a school that not only valued education, but also put a premium on teaching values. So our kids start the day with a prayer, and they have religion classes weekly. And like many private schools, the goal is to encourage them to grow up to be thoughtful, caring, good people, not just good students.
Yeah, it is a close-knit community. The teachers and the staff are very committed, and the parents are very involved. Now, those things don't happen by accident. Most private schools have a similar feel. They're organized by like-minded people or organizations who want to help kids grow in all kinds of ways while providing a quality education.
It's really been a great choice for us, and if you're in a similar situation, we really hope it's working well for you and your kids too. If you're thinking about a private school, we hope you have the opportunity to ask a lot of questions and find the perfect fit. It's a real gift to have options and choices. Good luck.
I had a lot of favorite teachers, to tell you the truth, but I would have to say one comes to mind was Brother Martell. I had him pretty much in every business class he offered, and you know, at the time, you know, he was a real tough teacher to have. Made sure you got your work done and things like that. But I learned a lot from him, and I realize that a little bit more now when I'm older, that it was really good for me, and I really appreciated the things that he taught me. For me, when I was in high school, I was a pretty shy person, and you know, all the different activities that I did, I think everybody knows that you know, I was involved in athletics a lot, and that was a real good way for me to meet new friends and establish those relationships, which I still have today. You know, but certain things, you know, certain groups within you know, school, you know, were very you know, memorable for me. When I was about to enter CDH, you know, I was excited because there was a lot of my friends going there, and my 2 older brothers went there, and you know, that was just kind of the thing to do. But I think as I've gotten older, I've realized the importance, you know, of the values that they instill in the students here, the same values that my parents did. And I understand, my parents both worked, and they knew that they were getting the same values and things that they expected of me. The staff really here expects of a student that comes through the door. So I realize that now as I'm older, and when the day comes when I have kids, I'm definitely happy to send them to CDH.
Wasn't that fun having Joe, Frank, and Amelia be with us in spirit? Thank you. Next, I'd like to introduce an individual who has been a major player in providing significant support to MISF and its STEM program over the years. We are honored to welcome Barbara Kaufman, Manager, Education Contributions, 3M Foundation. Barb will present this year's STEM Mini Grant Awards. Please help me welcome Barb Kaufman.
Good evening. It's a pleasure to be here tonight, and wow, what a crowd. It's nice to see the growth in MISF, and hopefully, I don't know, Jim, one day you're probably going to have to rent the Civic Center. I'm also pleased to introduce my new boss. We've had some changes at 3M, and I'd like to introduce Kim Price. Kim is the new Vice President of 3M Community Affairs and the 3M Foundation. So, it's always nice to meet somebody their first week in the job because they're going to remember the early days. So we're lucky to have her with us tonight. So, and it's nice that she gets to know more about MISF and the 3M partnership and to meet some of you to hear about the good things that you do. I wish I had $1 for every time I've heard someone say, my kids don't need math, my kids don't need science, I didn't and I'm doing fine. I could have started my own foundation. But seriously, when students opt out of STEM careers or STEM studies at an early age, they close the door to so many opportunities that they can never achieve later or that it's difficult to reopen that door again. A solid STEM background will help an artist choose different and maybe better materials. It will help a voter understand public issues, a consumer choose different energy products to save some money. A sales and marketing major with a strong science background will be an asset to any technology company. An engineer can always go and get an MBA, but it's really hard for a business major to get a master's in technology. So think about that and the work that you're doing to open these doors for students. It's for this reason that the 3M Foundation helped MISF launch its Science and Math Initiative during the 2005-2006 school year. The goal was to strengthen and enhance student achievement and teaching of STEM disciplines in MIS member schools. Over the next 5 years, the program grew and matured, and in 2009, the mini grant program was launched. These grants support the development of new curriculum that helps spark students' interest and success, and it also provides the opportunities for teachers to bring new materials into their classroom and to obtain some professional development. Over the past 2 years, MISF has awarded over $167,000 in mini grants to 27 member schools. At last year's celebration, we were delighted to present STEM grants to 15 member schools. Tonight, there's a short video to hear the highlights of some of those projects.
Al Amal School, creating a schoolyard wildlife and pond habitat with weather station. They created a schoolyard habitat and learning area for their students to learn about wildlife, water, soil quality, plants, aquatic life, and weather. Central Minnesota Christian School, FOSS Hands-On Science and Night of Science community event. The overarching goal of this project was to get students to experience science in an environment that simulates having a laboratory, providing them with the opportunity to do science in a real and meaningful way. Community Christian Middle School, keeping our pond water quality investigation. Their proposal was to complete tests using manual testing and technology twice a year at the intake, outflow, and 2 other specific spots around a 7 to 10 acre pond behind their school. Cotter Junior High School, modeling renewable energy sources. With partners, they used the LEGO Education System renewable energy kits to extend their knowledge of how renewable energy actually works. Gethsemane Lutheran School, bridging the St. Croix, the Stillwater Bridge Project. In this interdisciplinary unit, students completed an in-depth study of bridge design from a variety of perspectives: engineering, construction, aesthetics, and environmental impact. Hillcrest Lutheran Academy, modeling physics. Students collaborated internationally to model real-world phenomena as mathematical representations and to become engaged in STEM at the global level. Maranatha Christian Academy, rocketry, blast off to success. High school students in the engineering class were partnered with 4th through 6th grade students and a mentor from a local chapter of the National Association of Rocketry to learn the fundamentals of aeronautics and rocketry and build model rockets for competition. Mayer Lutheran High School, simple machines? Not really. This project developed a curriculum using LEGO robots to study the application and utilization of simple machines in our world. Minnehaha Academy, STEM Human Anatomy and Physiology. This project provided a rigorous, collaborative, technology-enhanced human anatomy and physiology course to 11th and 12th grade students as part of the University of Minnesota's College in the Schools program. St. Croix Lutheran High School, indoor aquatic ecosystem. Students identified and discovered the importance of biotic and abiotic factors in an aquatic ecosystem by developing an indoor pond. St. Francis St. James United School, from greenhouses to growing green plants. Students planned and built a fully functional greenhouse and used the greenhouse to conduct experiments. St. Mark's School, growing stems of creativity. The focus of this STEM initiative was to explore the 3 seasons of the school year, teaching students about dormancy, growing cycles, urban precipitation, and CO2 and O2 cycles. St. Paschal Baylon School, team, together exploring about math. Students met weekly during the school day to explore math concepts in depth and apply their learning to real-life situations. St. Paul Preparatory, robot design, from concept to construction. In this project, students designed a robot from concept to construction while learning to use a variety of technology. Southwest Minnesota Christian High School. What's so fishy about the Redwood River, and why is it so important? Students actively engaged in 3 river studies: the art of fly fishing, entomology, and fluvial geomorphology. Academy of Holy Angels, Make the Connection. The Make the Connection project funded the enrollment of 2 tech-literate staff members in the Graduate Engineering Certificate offered by the University of St. Thomas. They also train other staff members in integrated STEM activities appropriate to their fields. Benilde St. Margaret's, Mobile Applied Learning Project. This project created and supported a STEM cohort of 9 educators, 4 in science, 3 in math, and 2 in physical education, to enhance student engagement and learning by designing STEM projects that incorporate iPad and iPod Touch technology to extend learning beyond the classroom.
Wonderful. Looks a little different than when I was in. So very nice work, and thank you to the teachers and the principals for making those programs happen. So tonight we're excited to announce recipients of this year's STEM mini grants. These projects will be implemented during the 2012-13 school year, and MISF received applications totaling $130,000 for these awards. Boy, I think we might have to grow the budget, Jim. The STEM Advisory Committee met on April 20th, and they selected the following projects. So what we'll do is we'll ask a representative, a STEM representative from each school, to come up on stage, to receive your award and to meet Kim. Okay, come on up. Okay, so the first award goes to Academy of Holy Angels in Richfield. There's Richfield. And this is for the Student Simulation Through STEM project. And the next award goes to Al Amal School in Fridley for Engineering is Everywhere. Goes to Annunciation School in Minneapolis. And their project is Brain Pop Goes to the Science Fair. The next award is to Calvin Christian School in Edina. Students there will create a wildlife habitat, pond, and outdoor learning center. And the next award goes to Central Minnesota Christian Schools, Princeburg. This is for the new elementary school playground equipment and CAD project. The next goes to Maranatha Christian Academy in Brooklyn Park. And the project is vermicomposting. I want to talk to you and find out what that is. Okay. The next award goes to Mayer Lutheran High School in Mayer, Minnesota. And their project is From Problem to Solution, integrating 3D fabrication into multi-curricular areas. Okay. Thank you. Next, we have Minnehaha Academy in Minneapolis, and their program is teaching science through robotics. The next award goes to Minnesota Waldorf School in St. Paul. They will be working on a welcome home, establishing a native plant community. Next is Our Lady of Peace in Minneapolis. They're going to explore STEM concepts with Lego robotics. And next we have Pilgrim Lutheran School in Minneapolis. They're going to be tweaking time over there in Minneapolis. Next is St. Croix Catholic School in Stillwater. Their project is Extending the Hands and Feet of Christ. And St. Jerome School in Maplewood, are you here? Students there are going to be working on biodiversity in the backyard. It's a lot of different biology, we've got robotics, a lot of good learning going on here. And from Collegeville, St. John's Preparatory School. They're going to have a STEM flipped classroom. And St. Mary's of the Lake School in White Bear Lake. Their project is St. Mary's Engineering Mindstorms Projects. Did you pick up the STEM in that title? And St. Michael's Lakeside School in Duluth. In Duluth, they're going to be working on Here Today, Gone Tomorrow, saving the migratory birds. I think I'd like to be in any one of these classrooms. Next is St. Paul Preparatory School in St. Paul. Their project is robotics continuation. And over in North St. Paul at St. Peter Catholic School, they're going to be working with toys in space. They're going to be inventing toys that can be used in space exploration. Next is St. Rose of Lima School in Roseville. And that is for the outdoor classroom. And from Edgerton is Southwest Minnesota Christian High School. Their project is injecting color to better understand a species and its surroundings. And last but not least, Totino Grace High School in Fridley. For E3, Experiential Engineering Education Engineering Institute. I think you got 4 E's in there. So on behalf of all of us at 3M, a company that depends on great scientists, engineers, marketers, we thank you for what you do, and we'll see you next year.
Thank you very much. We have great hopes for the future, don't we, with our innovative leaders right in our midst throughout the whole state of Minnesota. And speaking of the state of Minnesota, Jim Field has a special announcement he'd like to share with all of us. Jim.
I have 2 quick things. Actually, we just got a proclamation from the governor's office, and I'll read it to you. It's real short. Whereas there are more than 480 non-public schools in the state of Minnesota, totaling nearing 1/4 of the schools in the state, and whereas non-public schools educate more than 74,000 Minnesota children in grades kindergarten through 12, and I could add with probably a 90% graduation rate, and whereas non-public schools have a long tradition in Minnesota, starting before the founding of the state itself. And whereas the dedication and contributions of the teachers and administrators who educate students in non-public schools are worthy of recognition. Now, therefore, I, Mark Dayton, Governor of Minnesota, to herefore proclaim May 3rd, 2012 as Minnesota Non-Public School Day. When I told you about our 100th school, I forgot to introduce them. I'm tickled that they were the 100th school that came in, and it was Monday. It was a surprise on our computers because they are kind of an image that we try to sell around the state, especially when I'm at the Capitol, because what happens with legislators and really the general public is when you say private education or non-public education, their mind goes to some of our larger, austere high schools in the state. But the average school in Minnesota, the average non-public school, and non-public is not a good word because we do serve the public, but that's the legal definition of private and independent schools. So the average school in Minnesota is around 150 kids. So if you think about that, you might have a staff of 5, the principal drives a bus, teaches math, coaches, and still has to deal with a school board. And that's what I say at the Capitol all the time. So the school that came in is the New Testament Christian School. They are from Alexandria, Minnesota. And the principal, who also teaches high school level, they have 70 kids. If you think about it, stretching over 12 grades, you can imagine what their teaching is like, but I'm sure they also graduate at least 90, probably closer to 100% of their students. And that's an issue for the state. We're not graduating enough kids. The principal and teacher is here. Her name is Leslie Shrevey. Is Leslie here? There she is, way back there. Thank you.
Thanks, Jim, and welcome, Alexandria. Now we move into the pinnacle of the evening, the presentation of our Story Awards and the unveiling of this year's Honor Teacher winners. This year, MISF received 79 nominations, the largest number since the event was first launched. Tonight's 5 Story Award winners and 8 Honor Teacher finalists were selected by the General Awards Selection Committee. This year's 2 Honor Teacher winners were then selected by the Blue Ribbon Selection Committee. And as a note, members of these 2 independent committees did not know what schools any of the nominees were from. This evening we'll now present Story Awards to 2 individuals and 3 school programs. Following these awards, we will introduce the 8 finalists for the Honor Teacher Award. It will then be my distinct honor to open the envelopes, a la Hollywood style, and announce the 2012 Honor Teacher Award winners. This year we are excited to be featuring each honoree in a short video clip. We hope you enjoy them. So our first award this evening is the Against All Odds Award. And the Against All Odds Award recognizes the sacrifices that families and students make to attend a private or independent school and illustrates the progress or success of a student or school faced with challenging circumstances. Our first video. Lucia Contreras is a remarkable young woman who has persevered to attend Holy Family Catholic High School despite having to overcome poverty, language barriers, and cultural differences. She lives with her mother, who does not speak English, and a nephew who has suffered from a seizure disorder. Her nephew now is able to attend full days of school because of Lucia's efforts to ensure he received proper medical care. Lucia translates for her mother in all daily living transactions. She carries a 3.0 GPA and speaks 3 languages, English, Spanish, and Italian. Lucia plays the violin in the school orchestra and has been active in art club. In addition, she works 20 hours a week in order to help out at home. As she moves towards graduation, she hopes to become the first member of her immediate family to attend college. Despite hardships, she remains positive and upbeat and has a friendly smile or kind word for all. She is organized and has a wonderful work ethic. She has a strong determination to succeed and a gentle, easygoing manner with adults and peers alike. Lucia's family has made a tremendous financial sacrifice to send her to Holy Family Catholic High School, but they know the reward will be seeing her continue her education and becoming a role model for future generations in their family. Maria Thorstad, Director of Instrumental Music, shared with us, "Out of all my seniors, Lucia has improved the most over the last 4 years. She is also one of the kindest and most empathetic students I have ever had, and she is incredibly dedicated to her family. She is one of those students that make me want to be a better person." Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome Lucia Contreras.
I'm really honored to get this, and I think I owe it all to my mom because she's always been there for me and she always tells me to strive forward.
Our next award is the Behind the Scenes Award, and this recognizes the quiet and essential work of those individuals. Oops. Brenda, I might need you. Oops. I need this fellow to help me actually in behind the scenes. He'd be perfect for John Vella. Okay, we're talking about John Vella. This award recognizes the quiet and essential work of those individuals who support our schools outside the classroom. These individuals are truly humble servants who go out of their way to make their school environments welcoming, friendly, and caring. So let's watch our behind the scenes award winner video. John Vella has worked at Good Shepherd School in Golden Valley for 23 years. The original school building is 56 years old and is immaculate thanks to John's quiet, meticulous, behind-the-scenes servant heart. Tom Zelmer, principal at Good Shepherd, stated, "I'm always proud to show off our building, and the sole reason is John." With only one evening helper, the responsibility for all the cleaning and repairs falls on John. Not only does he take on the day-to-day chores such as snow shoveling and changing locks, but he also takes on all the major jobs, including boiler replacement. The school's insurance inspector said he wishes every school he works with was as well kept as Good Shepherd. John also goes out of his way to make the school available to anyone who uses it. He'll stay until 10 p.m. or later, getting the building ready for the next day's use. He'll make sure all 17 basketball teams are able to practice, and he'll still have the gym set up for coffee and donuts, senior brunch, or outside sponsored events even when setup plans keep changing, and he does it all with a smile on his face. A former student said, "John was quiet, but always nice. He never had a harsh word to say to the students, even when they accidentally made a mess." Outside his job, John coaches his home parish elementary baseball team while remaining a strong family man. He is married and has 2 sons. One is a senior at the University of St. Thomas, and the other a sophomore at Notre Dame. John loves sports, and his favorite team is the Detroit Tigers. Perhaps that's why Tom Zelmer used a baseball analogy when he proudly stated, "John Vella is not only an all-star, he's also the MVP of behind the scenes." Folks, helping to welcome John Vella.
Thank you very much. I guess the main thing I'd like to say is, with my job, as with pretty much any job, I need a lot of support, and I have that support at Good Shepherd from Father Campbell, who is here tonight, Tom, our principal, Tom Zelmer, and, the parishioners, students and the families of Good Shepherd. And they all support me in my job, and I appreciate that very much. And I'm thankful for the award. I'm very humbled by it, and I thank you very much.
Our next award is the Community Champion Award. I don't want to touch that thing. Each of us can envision a community champion, a group that serves, supports, and gives selflessly through time and talent by reaching out in a way that makes a lasting difference in the school and the community. Let's find out about this year's Community Champion. Helping Hands was developed by Christian Heritage Academy Spanish and English teacher Susie Substad. Part of the school's mission is to help students grow into responsive disciples of Jesus Christ. According to Christian Heritage Academy principal Gail Woulfe, faith is not just what is in our heads, but in how we live. Susie has developed our Helping Hands program to guide our middle school students into a worldview of being the hands and feet of Christ to the people around us. Each month, students spend part of a school day serving in the community. 7th grade students spend a week volunteering with agencies in Minneapolis or St. Paul. They sleep at the Simpson Shelter in Minneapolis and rise early to cook breakfast for the shelter guests. Susie takes the 8th grade students to Honduras, a Spanish-speaking developing nation, to participate and serve in their daily lives. Susie leads by rolling up her sleeves, carrying rocks to build a sanitary latrine, and hiking with farmers to the tops of the mountains so students can see the difficulties of rural farming in Honduras. This passion translates into the best of teaching and training, which prepares these young people to take their place in the world. Susie summed it up this way: we really want to expand our students' worldview, which in middle school is small and often self-focused. We hope that our students will grow to understand God's heart for the poor and begin to see how followers of Christ can meet the needs of those around us. We want to show our love for God by loving others. Please help me welcome Susie Substep and the Helping Hands Project.
Thank you for this award. It's really just an indication of our school and our principal, Gail Woulfe, and our school board, who really just values teaching more than outside the class. So thank you.
Our final story award of the evening is the Academic Program Award. This award recognizes an innovative or successful program that supports engagement and academic achievement for the school, students, or faculty. This year, the award selection committee chose 2 outstanding programs, each very different and unique. And now let's find out about these 2 incredible programs. Benilde St. Margaret's technology program has grown in just 4 years to become what's now a fully integrated program touching all disciplines. Its success is the result of the visionary, skilled personnel who create the infrastructure, inspire teachers to transform their teaching, and provide technical and educational support to create 21st century opportunities for students. The team is led by Steve Poland, 1986 alum, who returned home because of his passion for Catholic education. The 9-person tech team consists of 4 tech classroom teachers, 3 hardware computer specialists, and 2 techies. It includes a 4-person help desk that's staffed daily from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. The tech program also reaches out to other schools, inviting them to visit Benilde St. Margaret to see technology in action and to attend summer technology academies. Schools such as Benilde St. Margaret give kids a solid education through teachers who are skilled at using cutting-edge technology in the classroom to provide hands-on opportunities that are technologically transformative for their students. Our technology program isn't just about the laptops or interactive whiteboards, Steve said. It's about using technology to create a learning environment that fosters creativity and innovation, inspiring students to actively participate and take responsibility for their own learning. Please welcome Steve Poland, Bedille St. Margaret Tech Program.
Oh, thanks very much. It really, truly was a team effort. I mean, it wouldn't be right for me not to mention Nick and Bill and Jessica and Dan and Pat and Bob and the leadership, Sue, Carol, and Bob. You know, kind of the core of what our technology department about is about friendly service. So much so that they sometimes call us the happy help desk. So it's been great. Thanks.
Well, that's the left side of the brain, and now we're going to go to the right side of the brain. Our second program award is the final story award of the evening. Get ready to stretch your muscles as we take a look at this dynamic program. City of Lakes Waldorf School Circus Arts program was started 19 years ago by Rosie Cole and Lloyd Brandt. It is offered to 5th through 8th graders who spend the year learning circus skills in preparation for an annual spring performance. The performance is uniquely written and cast with each student's personal strengths in mind. Each grade has goals and academic requirements including juggling, tumbling, unicycling, collaboration, basic acting, character work, and improvisation. With feelings of gratitude, sadness, and joy, the school has announced that this spring's performances will be directed for the last time by Rosie and Lloyd. Lloyd's role has been one of parent, circus instructor, and creative co-director, while Rosie has played many additional roles over the years, serving as a long-standing College of Teachers member and in many teaching roles. Recently, Rosie served as the movement games teacher on the faculty leadership team and on numerous committees. Everyone will miss Rosie and Lloyd, but the school community will spend the spring celebrating their work. The Circus Arts program is incredibly innovative and unique thanks to their passion, talent, and hard work. Most importantly, they have applied their love of their craft and of the children to shape City of Lakes Waldorf School and to leave a marvelous legacy. All right, let's give a circus welcome to Rosie and Lloyd and the students from Waldorf School Circus Program.
Well, circus. It's an honor for Rosie and I to have received this award and to have brought the joy of laughter to children for the past 2 decades. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, I love that hat. I love the glasses too, okay. Congratulations to all of our Story Award winners. Next, we'll be hearing from our board chair again, Joel Lance-Craner, a special opportunity that you will have to make a difference. Please help me welcome Joel, Executive Director of Mayer Lutheran High School and Chairman of our board. Joel.
Appreciate it. Wow, what a tough act to follow. I mean, follow clowns and circuses? What is that all about? They didn't tell me this. Oh, what a blessing. You know what? The work that these great kids do. Look at them as what a choir they come in here tonight. Thank you, guys. You know, our schools do a great job, large and small, religious schools, independent schools, private schools of many shapes and every color. The beauty of this state and the beauty of the education system we have is we have this ability for all of our kids to have these wonderful educational opportunities. You know, I watched the guys at Benilde who I'm very jealous of, with that great technology stuff. And I'm saying, you know what? They are setting a future that many other schools are going to follow. And that's one of our schools. Isn't that great? Circus. Who would ever thought? It's wonderful stuff. And our schools do this every day, day in and day out. And I got to tell you, a lot of our schools don't have all of the resources and all of the advice and all the advisors and all the things that they need to do their work. They just work every day, like our most recent school where the principal teaches. And we've got plenty of schools where the principal drives the bus and coaches the sports teams and does things like that. The MISF is a major, major supporter, encourager, and partner for every school in our organization. And it provides an awful lot of support. It provides leadership training for the heads of every private and independent school in the state of Minnesota. It provides the STEM program, which is very near and dear to my heart, as our school did receive a STEM grant tonight. And as we are graduating more and more engineers every year in a world that needs engineers. And 3M, you guys have been great partners in that. We are very grateful for that and very much appreciate that support. And it makes a big difference.
Thank you, Joel. I think I'd like to go to Mayor Lutheran School for the morning formation or whatever you do, General Assembly. I think it must be energetic every day, right? Yeah, all right, very good. Okay, and now we're going to move into the final portion of our evening, the Honor Teacher Award. This award recognizes one educator in grades K through 8 and one in grades 9 through 12, who, in the eyes of the community, models outstanding service to the students in school. These educators are leaders who model a commitment to engaging and developing the whole student. We begin by sharing the stories of this year's K through 8 finalists. Donald Gunner is the teacher every student looks forward to from the time they are in kindergarten. He continuously finds innovative ways to engage his fourth graders. When you enter his classroom, the first thing you notice is that the kids sit on footballs rather than chairs. This keeps them focused and enthusiastic about learning. Science projects come complete with lab coats and goggles for the miniature scientists. Students build telegraphs and send Morse code messages to each other. They build circuits and learn life cycles by growing butterflies. He also keeps a variety of animals in his room for the children to care for. Fun neckties, fun candy for positive behaviors, and fun times are a daily part of his classroom. Donald makes it a priority to treat each child with kindness and respect, and he teaches them to respect each other. He goes out of his way to focus on the whole child, making sure they feel good about themselves and about school. He has an innate ability to connect with each child. Donald is also an example of leadership both in and outside his school community. He leads activities for the school marathon and developed the school's annual science fair. He was the past Grand Knight in the Knights of Columbus Council 447. In 2010, he was awarded Teacher of the Year for the Northern Minnesota Air Force Association and was recognized in educational computer technology at IBM. Donald exudes a strong moral character in all that he does. He is truly a gift to each child who has the opportunity to learn from him. One of Donald's students said, "He has given me the experience of a lifetime." Bring teaching to life, and they will learn. Dawn Pavlovich, first grade teacher at St. John's School in Duluth, is the perfect example of what a first grade teacher should be. She has the unique ability to make every child feel important. Whether a born leader, confident and strong, or struggling and lonely, Dawn works to keep students engaged and enthusiastic about learning and developing. One of her nominators stated, "It takes talent to find the strengths of each child, but it takes passion to be able to embrace their weaknesses and provide them the tools to grow." The excellence in her teaching and her true love of children is seen in the great successes of each of her students. Dawn includes art, song, dance, and acting as part of her curriculum, and even puts on a full production play. She also incorporates other cultural traditions into her teaching. She challenges each child through individualized reading, math, and spelling curriculum to achieve more than they ever thought they could. Prayer and shaping young minds to be conscientious good stewards are also part of her teaching. She is positive, fair, compassionate, and an excellent communicator with students and parents alike. Her honesty and integrity are unmatched. She is well respected by fellow teachers, staff, and parents. Dawn has an excitement for learning and a commitment to producing a quality education for students. One of Dawn's current students, Nicholas, said, "She makes me feel special and smart every day. She is the best teacher I have ever had. I wish I could have her every single year." Gloria Try, a 6th grade teacher at Good Shepherd School in Golden Valley, has taught in Catholic schools for 39 years. Former students constantly return to thank her for the education they received in her classroom. One former student stated, "She is a woman with a passion for teaching and an even bigger passion for her students. I believe every one of her students can look back and consider her one of the greatest influences in their education and personal development." Gloria believes in developing the whole child, and she works hard to consistently improve her teaching skills for the benefit of each student. She has earned her master's degree and attends many workshops and seminars on educational methodology. Outside the classroom, Gloria is director of the School Service Club, heads the Spirit Club, attends many of her students' activities and sporting events, works with student readers to prepare them as weekend lectors, and attends the masses they read at. Gloria also serves as the building coordinator or assistant principal when necessary. She is the teacher other teachers look up to and seek out for advice. Colleague and teaching partner Amy Hallstrom listed many traits Gloria exhibits in her teaching, but one was especially poignant. Teaching isn't about making it easy so everyone succeeds. It's about setting the bar high so they all learn. A former parent shared, "My son was spirited and chatty, but Gloria told me, I like kids who have a bit of the devil in them. They're the ones who will go out and change the world." Principal Tom Zellmer summed it up, "I truly believe Gloria to be one of the very best teachers I have ever had the opportunity to work with in the past 43 years. A transformational teacher for children living in poverty, Patty Zilka is a 1st grade teacher who refuses to let children fail. Since Risen Christ opened its doors in 1993 to serve the needs of low-income and immigrant families in South Minneapolis, Patty has been there. Currently, 96% of the school students live in poverty, 74% are Latino, and 65% are English learners. Patty has consistently advanced children who begin the year well below grade level to reach proficiency in reading. Last year, although only 3% of her students entered the year at grade level, 70% of them were proficient by the end of the year. What makes this statistic even more remarkable, stated Helen Dahlman, Risen Christ president, is the fact that 82% of these children were English language learners. The math proficiency of Patty's students went from 17% in the fall to 65% in the spring, and 2 years ago, 13% were proficient in math in the fall, and by spring, 67% were at grade level. By embedding research-based best practices into her classroom and using data to guide her instruction, Patty has modeled the type of teaching that is essential to closing the achievement gap. She has supported the development of her colleagues by serving on the school's teacher leadership team, facilitating professional learning community groups, and making presentations at local conferences. She also took time to create 2 mosaic murals hanging in the school's hallways. A volunteer in Patty's classroom stated, "The first words that come to mind when thinking of Patty are understanding, patient, passionate, and flexible." Patty's passion comes through in her enthusiasm and in the way she creates such a positive atmosphere in the classroom. She makes volunteering in her classroom a joy. It is evident Patty refuses to let any child fail. And now I would like to call Donald, Dawn, Gloria, and Patty to the stage. They are all excellent K-8 teachers to receive their certificates from Jim Field. Mine says Donald here, so I think that's Donald. What's next, Jim? We're just going to have to stand and do it. How about signing up for that circus program? Oh, the envelope is right here. I will go over to the mic. All right. No one has seen this yet, or somebody's seen it. Not me, that's for sure. Okay. Our K-8 Teacher of the Year is Patty Zilka, Risen Christ.
Thank you very much. I'm a little shocked. I would much prefer for you all to be children out there right now. It would be a whole lot easier. I just really want to thank everyone. Everyone I've ever worked with has really pushed me to strive to do my best. And I try and do that every day when I'm out there teaching the students. And I just would really like to thank everyone.
Inspirational, all of you. And now we're going to move to our honor teacher finalists, 9th through 12th grade, and let's look at their stories. Pam Boston is a walking, talking definition of commitment, reliance, innovation, creativity, dedication to excellence, and passion for students at the Academy of Holy Angels in Richfield. Academy of Holy Angels principal Heidi Foley said, "In her 30 years as an English teacher, Pam has tackled an exhausting number of projects requiring each of these qualities. She reinvents herself and hones her skills as the needs of Academy of Holy Angels continue to grow and change. Pam has taught English at every level, including advanced placement classes, and even taught Spanish when enrollment required more sections. She has been integral in developing innovative, interdisciplinary courses, including an American Experience class where students earn credit in both English and social studies, and an impact class that combines English, theology, social studies, and service. She earned a reading certification and implemented a reading literacy program. She received her master's degree in curriculum and instruction and has written curriculum for nearly every level of English. Pam used the data from AP tests to improve her methodologies and content to help students achieve higher performances on the test. Beyond the classroom, Pam has advised the school paper staff, directed plays, launched a dance line, judged speech competition, served on the Board of Trustees, and participated in an anti-Semitism workshop in Washington, D.C. She also volunteers at Meals on Wheels and the Shalom Home, organizes and facilitates student trips, and has taken students to Greece, Italy, England, Wales, and Ireland. Her London city tours are legendary, with as many as 100 students participating. Pam expects a lot of her students and of herself. "It's how I teach leadership," she says. "I come to school ready to give all I can, and I expect kids to demonstrate the same commitment." Pam is passionate about Catholic education because it gives her the opportunity to show students how faith translates to daily life and allows her to talk about theological topics in the classroom. The key to Pam's success is that she gives freely of herself and her time. As a result, students achieve far more than they thought possible. When students look to Mayer Lutheran High School teacher Chris Guston, they see firsthand what it looks like to be a servant leader and person of integrity. Chris serves as an English teacher, admissions and recruitment director, varsity girls basketball coach, co-advisor for the student activities team, and he leads chapels at local Lutheran elementary schools. Chris does all this because he loves high school students and he wants them to know Christ. Chris has had a significant impact on Mayer Lutheran High School, where students experience excellent instruction from this relationship-minded individual. His heart reaches out to them in a fun, loving way, and the students respond knowing that he truly cares. He recently integrated Moodle into his classes, a content management system that utilizes online formats for testing, paper submission, note-taking, and collaboration. Chris is also a mentor to students, which is especially evident in the players he coaches. He meets with them regularly to support and challenge them. He values service as a way of life and has taken his team to serve meals to the homeless. For the past 2 years, he has led his team in the community in Crusaders for a Cure, a fundraiser for cancer research. Outside of school, Chris has been Vacation Bible School coordinator for his church. He also serves on the school board at St. John's Lutheran School, is adjunct professor for Crown College in St. Bonifacius, and has been active on the National Council of Teachers of English and Minnesota Council of Teachers of English. Chris was also honored as the Minnesota River Conference Girls Basketball Coach of the Year in 2011-2012. One of his colleagues has said, "As a fellow educator, I can always count on Chris. The patience he exhibits in helping coworkers mirrors the patience and understanding that he uses with his students." Chris is passionate about every aspect of ministry. Students not only learn English from Chris, but so much more. He is a great Christian leader for the students at Mayer Lutheran High School and an influence on them for the rest of their lives. Mary Robeson teaches Women's Studies and Advanced Placement U.S. Government at Cretin-Derham Hall, a Catholic coeducational high school located in St. Paul. Richard Engler, the school's president, has said, "I've known Mary for 21 years. She's one of the finest teachers I have ever met." Mary truly understands the methodology of teaching and is an artist at bringing it to her students. Their evaluations prove that she is superior in every aspect of teaching, whether it is knowledge of subject matter, fairness in grading, appropriateness of coursework, or inspirational learning. Students resoundingly rate her at the superior level. Her personal file contains numerous comments from parents thanking her for what she has done for their children. Additionally, 80% of the students in her AP US government class have traditionally received college credit through the AP exam. Mary developed the Political Advisory Committee, in which student leaders invite local, state, and national political speakers to visit with the student body during lunch periods. She also makes civic involvement a mandatory expectation outside of her classroom. Students are required to attend city council meetings or interview local and state politicians. Mary is highly respected by her peers as well. They awarded her the Cretin-Derham Hall Values Award and the Class of 1949 Teaching Award for her excellence. She was also recognized with the Cretin-Derham Hall Leadership Award in 2004 for outstanding service to the school. Mary has completed her master's degree and continues to educate herself on local, state, and national government issues. Cretin-Derham Hall principal Mona Schmidt stated, "Mary's passion for social studies, coupled with her dedication to teaching and love for students, makes her one of the most sought-after teachers at our school. She not only instills civic responsibility in her students, but a sincere desire for affecting change in the world." And one of her colleagues added, "When the social studies department talks about building character and good citizenship in our students, we think of Mary Robeson's teaching model. Her enthusiasm in her classes is unequaled." A graduate of the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, Jim Walker could easily teach math at any high school in the country, but for the past 9 years he has remained loyal to the students and staff at St. Paul Preparatory School, an international college prep high school where students from all over the world study together with local students. "I served as a public school educator for 36 plus years, including 25 years as a high school principal," stated Dr. Charles Briscoe, principal of St. Paul Prep. "I have worked with hundreds of teachers and ranked Jim Walker in the top 5 of all the teachers I have known." Jim has a commitment and passion for each student. He has developed a college prep math program that enables all students to reach a higher level, and he puts in many hours beyond the school day to help students achieve. Under his leadership, the school's math league team is very competitive in state competitions. What is truly remarkable is that most students attend St. Paul Prep for only 1 year. Consequently, he has to place students in the proper math course and blend students from multiple countries into a learning community focused on results. Jim has one chance to make a difference for students, and he does. Jim spent the first 20 years out of college working as a professional actor in and around Boston. He performed in a variety of stage presentations, including almost 10 years working with the Shakespeare Theater of Maine. He was the artistic director of St. Croix Falls Festival Theater in the late 90s, where he also authored several plays based on various children's books. In the early part of 2000, he decided to change careers and was accepted into a program at the University of St. Thomas as part of a cohort to train mid-career professionals as new math teachers. After finishing the cohort, he went on to complete his master's degree at St. Thomas in 2005. Jim has been an assistant coach for the Minnesota State Mathematics team, attending competitions at the American Regions Math Contest in Iowa and at the Harvard MIT Math Competition in Boston. When he's not doing math, Jim enjoys playing the 5-string banjo, running, golf, and cross-country skiing. He continues to work in the theater occasionally and has also spent the past several years coaching a Special Olympics golfer who has won regional medals. Jim is an exceptional individual both inside and outside the classroom. And now I'd like to invite our 4 finalists, each of them very excellent, to the stage, please. Aren't they gorgeous? Okay. And the grades 9 through 12 Honor Teacher of the Year goes to Pamela Boston, Academy of Holy Angels.
Totally shocked. As my friend said, as they were talking about the last gentleman, he said, well, gosh, he hasn't found the cure for cancer yet either. So I'm so honored and totally humbled by being here. It's not anything that I would even think of. And I want to tell you that there are so many teachers that I know, especially at my school at Holy Angels, that absolutely should be here and should be honored. All through my years, I want to especially thank the administration at my school for nominating me and for being so supportive and all the things. Sometimes, I think we should do this. Well, okay, give it a try. And they're so supportive in all the things that I've thought of doing. I think we should take kids to England, and then all of a sudden you have 100 kids going, and that's kind of crazy. And also, of course, my colleagues, especially in the English department, who have just been my mentors, my people that I've absolutely looked up to my whole career, and it would not have been able to teach if they had not been there to support me and to teach me how to be a wonderful, wonderful teacher that they are. And of course, my husband, who has to hear all the good and bad of teaching, which mostly good, of course, but certainly as an English teacher, there are a few essays here and there. And of course, the students most of all, because every single day, as we all do, learn the best and most wonderful things from the people who are around us, and especially the students and their parents and everybody that I have known in the classroom for all these years. So thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
All right, what an inspirational evening. This is my turn to come down from the mic, so I'm going to take the hook and hook me down and have Jim Fields join you now for our closing remarks. Thank you all so much. It's been a pleasure.
How about a hand for Molly? Thanks, Molly. You can tell she has a degree in speech pathology. We want to thank everybody for being here tonight and being a part of this event as we've grown it. This is our 4th year. And I think our first year we had just over 100, and we have about 400 a day. And thank you and blessings to all of you for being a part of this. Thank you to all of you that participate in non-public education, private and independent education in the state, for supporting that community and for supporting MISF. I'd like to recognize Greg Anklem, who is the chair of this event. Greg, you're out there, or did you slip out? Greg, why don't you stand up? Greg is the St. Paul area director of RBC Wealth Management. These people keep changing their corporate names, and it's hard to keep up. And they have been the central sponsor for the last 4 years, and thank you for that, Greg. I'd also like the MISF staff to stand up so we can give you an applause. I just have the wonderful job of trying to run the office. Actually, they run everything. I just talk good. Where are they? Right here is Brenda, who's the one to put all the pieces of this together. Brenda Capel. Michelle Speranza back there, and she actually did all this computer work and got that stuff going. Michelle Ponsel, where are you? Back in the back. She's our director of development. She's the one to put the people up to ask him for the envelopes. And Who am I missing? Margot Berg, who is a consultant and runs our STEM project. Angela Bloss is back there in the doorway. You can't see her. She's our part-time accountant, works 2 mornings a week. Recently, we had a quick meeting with another charity in town I won't mention, who we were kind of comparing notes on what we do, and they said, well, we have a staff of 12, how many you got? And I said, well, we got 4. They said, oh my goodness, you guys do a lot. And our staff does do a lot and takes a lot of bumps and grinds to make this thing work, so we appreciate any support you can help, and we appreciate you coming tonight. Thank you, everybody. Have a safe year. We'll see you next year.
The 4th Annual Minnesota Private and Independent Education Awards is made possible in part by support from 3M, API Group Incorporated, Adolphson and Peterson Construction, Bate Design Group, Barron's Management Group, Boston Scientific, Boulay, Hootmaker, Zeibel and Company, Capella Education Company, Donaldson Filtration Solutions, Roger Fazenden Realtors, Frauenschuh Healthcare Real Estate Solutions, Kemp's, KPMG, Lyman Doran, McCall, Crounce, and more. Mayors and Power Incorporated Investment Council, Mission Advancement, Marco, Minnesota's Private Colleges, Minneapolis Portfolio Management Group, the Pentair Foundation, Phil Paquette, Premier Banks, RBC Wealth Management, the Schott Foundation, St. Mary's University of Minnesota, TADS, the University of St. Thomas, and Xcel Energy.